Good morning, North Nation. Hopefully, everyone is having a great week. See a lot of people participating in the homecoming festivities. Hope everybody's having a great time, getting fired up for Friday, and then the dance on Saturday.
I'm going to ask one question about last week's game against Blue Springs, and then the rest are going to be about the upcoming week. The first question is, how do you shore up special teams after a tough first quarter last week?
Well, that's a great question. Obviously that's one of our special teams goals. There's no muffs on any returns, just because we realize how big of a swing that can be. And then we talk all the time about how special teams can either swing the mojo in your favor or swing it in the other team's favor. But I've always said, and I will continue to say until the day I'm done coaching, that catching the punt is probably one of the hardest things to do in football. So we just got to get out there, and just like we did this week, have taken a ton of reps of them catching punts. We'll do it again today, and make sure that as far as the kickoff or the score team, the kickoff return team, we just got to make sure we're more alert. I think we had some individuals on there watching who they were supposed to be blocking instead of watching the flight of the ball. And we just got to do a better job of coaching that, and we worked on that a lot yesterday also.
What does this upcoming game mean to you and your team, being that it is both homecoming and the first home game of this year?
Well, we're fired up finally to get a home game, because I tell you, here we are entering week 6, and we haven't got to come out of the tunnel and play a home game yet. So I know our players are extremely excited. Like we've told them all the time that we talked about it Sunday night. We had our meetings that homecoming is about tradition, and it's about playing for the people that have come before you. So we want to go out there. We want to play hard. We want to, fly around. The one thing we reminded them of since that stadium's been built, there's never been a homecoming loss on that field. So we just need to make sure we go out there and execute and continue that streak.
The next game against Park Hill will start the second half of your regular season. How have you seen your team grow over this period?
First of all, it's kind of crazy you say that. It's amazing how fast once the season gets started. Like you said, it's game 6, and it seems like yesterday we were loading the buses to go to Arkansas. But it's, the seniors, we've had some seniors that have grown up, that have started taking some leadership roles, that go out there. I think the seniors themselves have started to see it's almost halfway over. So I think that it's just that realization that we better take every day serious and don't let one go by. But been excited just to see the growth of some of our seniors.
Park Hill is always big and physical in the trenches. How important is it that the team sets a tone early on the defense and offense lines?
Well, that's always the key for us. We always said that the game's won or lost up front. Especially with the offensive linemen, those guys are probably the most servant-type leaders that you will ever have on your football team, because they go up there down in and down out, and they battle, and their names hardly ever get called on the intercom. At least a defensive lineman, if he makes a sack or makes a huge play, he gets his name announced. But those 5 offensive linemen, they get in there every day at practice. They're in contact, so we always keep patting them on the back. Coach Lou does a great job with them. But, yes, we've said it from week 1 of every year that our offense goes as the offensive line goes. So be the same way this week. And then our defensive line has their hands full in stopping a really, really quick running back, and then also a quarterback that likes to scramble a lot. So back to the question that got answered or asked last week, I think, about depth and kids rotating in. This will be a huge week for that. Hopefully that we've got 6 defensive linemen that are able to rotate in the game and stay fresh doing their job Friday night.
Park Hill's quarterback, Kendrick Bell, is a very dynamic player. How do you plan to limit his explosiveness and big plays?
Well, just back, like you said, just talking about those defensive linemen, of how important they're going to be. They got to do their job, and we got to try to do a good job of keeping him in the pocket, because if you watch film, you'll notice that a lot of the big plays he makes is when he does scramble and get out of the pocket. So we got to do a great job of trying to contain him, and then the secondary's got to do a good job of keeping their eyes on the receivers that they're supposed to be on and not have their eyes on him, and cut a receiver loose deep in the secondary.
All right, now for the funnier question. What is your favorite homecoming memory from either high school or college?
Ooh, homecoming memory. High school, that's been a long time ago. I don't know if I remember that far back. I don't know, homecoming, I don't even know if it was a good memory, but I know the homecoming game my senior year at Northwest Missouri State, we were playing University of Central Missouri, and I had an injury during the game and was taken out of the game, and the trainer had my helmet on the sideline. I thought I was good enough to go back in, so I kind of snuck my way back into the game, and I made an interception. That's when the trainer realized I had snuck back in the game and wasn't supposed to be in the game. So I took a royal butt chewing, but still to this day, the trainer at Northwest reminds me of that when I see him and I go back. So I guess just making memories, right? But hope everybody has a great time at homecoming. I hope everybody remembers that, unfortunately, the COVID bug is still out there. So make sure you're making wise choices with your homecoming plans. But be smart, be safe. I know your parents have taught you right from wrong. So Friday night, make sure, or Saturday night, I guess the dance is, but be brave enough and courageous enough to make the right choices. War Eagle. Yep.